Hi everyone, it's Diane. As you know, I've been working on this fall journal and I have it finished, and I want to do a flip through with you and have it listed in my shop. But before I go through that, I would like to show you the Fall Ephemera packs that I have mentioned that I've been working on. I have them ready also. So this is what they will look like when you get it. It'll be in this teal chevron bag, and it will have either the peach color or a yellow doily and a piece of seam binding. And the color of seam binding may vary. I know I don't have enough of this one to wrap around them. So I brought two of the sets in here to go through with you because there are some variations in the sets. Each set is going to have two of my collaged tags. So I'm going to go through the tags with you. I can't show you these two because I already sealed this bag, but I just wanted to show you the tags that I collaged. So there's the coffee dye tag, which is just slightly smaller than the repair tag. This one is 2 3/8 by 4 3/4. And the repair tags are 2.5 by 5 1/4. And they have a variety of fibers in them. So each of the ephemera packs is going to have one of each tag. And of course, everyone looks different. I have ink on my hand because I just colored the seam binding that I'm going to tie around the journal. I used a variety of ephemera pieces and scraps of ledger and music and stuff like that to collage on these tags. So that's that. Let me just put two with this kit and two with this kit. Okay. So along with the tags, you will get a doily. Like I said, it will be on the outside of the package. A sheet of this paper. I don't know if it's exactly fall, but the colors look like fall colors, so I included that stationery in there. And this card. And one of these, there's a variety of these. I think there's 3 different ones. So it's one of the current fold-a-notes. This one has ferns and mushrooms and cone flowers and things like that. Definitely fall. A little scrap of the fall wallpaper that I've been using. And little leftover ephemera pieces that you can use in your journal. 2 fabric clusters. And 5 fabric flips. So every bundle has at least one with the Dresden plate pieces. Some have 2. And get one with the tree and one with the truck. And then this one has 2 trees. Some of them don't have a truck or a tree. So it's just a variety of fabric flips that you will get. 5 of them all together. A little epoxy piece, little sticker, and it's either 6 or 7 of these little fall of leaf sequins. If I can get one out, I will show it to you. right down in my brace. So it's just a little bronze colored or copper colored leaf shaped sequin. There was something else. I was going to see if I had enough charms. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I do have enough charms. So you will either get an acorn, and there's a variety of different acorns, and I have 2 of the mesh leaves. So you'll either get an acorn or a leaf in your bundle. And a piece of some sort of ribbon or trim. So this one has the tags, the trim, couple pieces of ephemera, the wallpaper, and the fabric pieces, 2 clusters. This one has some little patchwork pieces on it. Some more ephemera. And the leaves, epoxy pieces. This one got 2 because they're smaller. And this one has the peach, the 2 pieces of stationery, and this is the fold-a-note for this one. So all of the kits are slightly different, but they all have the same sort of elements. And all set for you to get going and work on a fall journal. And I've got them done before the end of August. So you should be getting them in time to work on fall journals if you go ahead and place an order. I have 8 bundles, by the way. So now we're going to look at the journal. So this is the journal. I'm not sure what I'm going to call it. It just has a label on it that says journal. And I'm going to call it Animal Kingdom Fall Journal or something like that. It's Lessons in Nature Studies in Thrift is what the name of the book was. Nature Studies in Thrift. So maybe I'll call it Autumn Nature Studies. That'll be the name of the listing. Okay, so if you have not seen any videos pertaining to this book, I will tell you that it is a children's book published in 1941, and it was given out by a bank in New Jersey. And it is to teach children about saving and being thrifty, and they use the animal kingdom as they prepare for winter as examples of preparing and saving and being thrifty. So it has little rhymes, which I did not want to cover. So you have 2 rhymes for 4 different creatures, 2 animals and 2 insects on the front and the back. And the beautiful fall images. There's some beavers working on their dam, and there's some bees and ants and squirrels. I just love the muted but bright. It's kind of a watercolor look to the art. I just punched a piece of cardstock in a rust color with a border punch, and then used a digital journal label there and some copper colored book corners, and this teal and white gingham, because there is teal inside the book with the fall fabrics, and some dark green vintage rickrack. So here's the inside, where there were slots to put the coins in. And whoever had this book wrote on it in pencil, and I left it. I thought it was really cute. So they wrote a 1 inside each of the penny slots, a 5 in the nickel slot, etc. And then there's some tallying being done. And some more images of animals. The back cover has more of the same. Again, with pencil figuring. Okay, so there are 3 signatures. Again, I always forget to count the pages. I don't remember how many pages there are, but I'll figure that out. This is coffee dyed scrapbook paper. I just took another piece of scrapbook paper and cut it into a tag shape and put a little piece of coffee dyed lace on there for journaling. And this is a Thanksgiving decoration, a vintage Thanksgiving decoration. So I have several of them throughout this book, and I glued them on as tuck spots. and a Mrs. Coggs word from her Autumn Words and Phrases set. There's some eyelet sewn on the edge there. I had some stickers left over from the paper I used on the previous paper pack that I used on the previous journals, so I used some of the stickers. This is one of the scraps from this paper pack, and it's got a piece of trim sewn to it, and it's a pocket. And these are the same pockets that I made in the previous journals. They're made with a vintage typing textbook pocket or page. Made a pocket and decorated it with some of the scrapbook paper and Mrs. Coggs word and some trim. And then I did a collage tag, much like the ones that are in those ephemera kits that I put together. I did some stamping. This is from a vintage ledger book, and it's got a fabric cluster there. Opens out, you can write on it. And the paper collection in it is from Shabby Dabby Doodah, and it's Fabulous Fall or something like that. But I liked it with this book because it had a woodlands theme to it's fall and woodlands combined, which is gorgeous. Fabric flip and a sticker. Oh, I guess I glued that down. This one's a sticker. There's a stamp up there of a paisley-filled pumpkin. And another sticker here that says Crisp Cool Days. A vintage placemat, paper placemat. This is from the digital kit from Shabby Dabby Doodah. And that kit came with the backing page. So I printed this on the backs of all of the digital pages. There's some sunflowers stamped up there and some mushrooms down there. And a piece of wallpaper. So this is what you can do with, if you purchase one of the ephemera kits with the Dresden plate flips. This is one way you can use them. I put some of the copy dyed crochet lace there and one of the Mrs. Coggs words. And I have these little tiny 2x2 envelopes, and it's got a little tiny card inside. You can write, oh, you could put something on there. And I decorated it with one of the same kind of cards. Came with the scrapbook paper kit that I used in the other journals. And one of the quotes from Mrs. Coggs. Here's one of the decorations that I made as a tuck spot, and it's got some lace there. It's one of the cutouts from that paper pad, and this is from a Tim Holtz paper pad, an old one. So I used September, October, and November in this journal. And then we did, in a video, I made these glassine bags with collage, and then I glued it on and put a journaling card in there, glued some trim there. And one of the stickers says Harvest. This is from that paisley filled stamp set. And then on the back I used a tag set from my porch prints. Is that what it's called? I'll link that too. But you get, I showed it in the previous video, you get a large tag with a piece you can add as a pocket. And then you get 4 of those tags in this little kit. And then you get lots of little pieces of ephemera and larger ones, so you can decorate the pocket and then tuck things into the pocket. This is one of the decoration of the elements that comes with it. You get 2 tiny envelopes and a little tiny tag to go in, little card. I actually cut this part a little shorter so that you had room to manipulate your fingers in there and get the card in and out. And I just clipped it on there. I took an extra sheet of the digital paper and folded it and tucked it in here for journaling. Second signature has a little pilgrim girl with a puppy. And the word Scarecrow up there, and another tag that I made with scrapbook paper. Sticker here says Pumpkin Patch. Here's another of the pockets with tags. Some stamping. Fabric cluster. And this was from the cover of the book. I cut this squirrel out and glued him on as a tuck spot. And again, used an extra page from the digital kit to put in there. A little pocket, again, envelope with a tag, and this one has a Mrs. Coggs quote tucked in behind it. This one says Splendor. Love this stamp. Looks so Art Deco. And again, one of the tag pockets. This just has a appointment book page in there. I think it's from the 80s. So I decorated this one with these little bits, and a little envelope is there, and then these pieces are tucked in. And then the third signature, we have this piece from the decoration kit. And I glued it to some coffee dyed paper just to give it a little more depth. Some more stickers. So between this journal and the 3 small journals that I just made and the ephemera kits, I did a lot of collaging on tags and sacks. So here's where some of that teal is, because the fabric has teal on the Scarecrow and the trucks. And I love that color with the orange. This is, what is it called? Rice paper? Some little pine cones up there. It's more stamping. It was nice to get to use my fall stamps. And there's an envelope with a little tag in there, and this little piece of ephemera. This actually came with those tag pocket sets. This was cut from a children's book. It's got a squirrel and a couple of birds and a fall tree. This is one of the stickers. And all at once, summer collapsed into fall. Love that. This is another page from the digital kit. And that's the journal. And here is, this was a white ribbon. I didn't tie it on there because I had just run it across my Lost Lagoon pad from Stampin' Up, because I thought that would match the teal pretty well. And I wanted to have this teal across here along with the orange. And I had just finished doing that before I started the camera, so the seam binding was still a bit wet from that. But there it is. This will be in my shop, and the ephemera packs will be in my shop when this video goes up on my channel. So when you see this video, you can go to my shop and see if they're still there. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this fall project. And after I do some cleanup in the next day or two, I'll be moving on to the next project. Thank you very much for watching. Have a creative day. Bye-bye.